Happy New Year. Happy calendar. Throw away your calendar, get another one. I don't know, but that's just what happens. I think it's kind of rude that people make so much noise in a time where you're supposed to be listening to the the depths, the soils, of your inner being, I guess. Well, just overall to reassess your whole it's kind of like the New Year, but see, you don't need to make so much noise. You have to remain being quiet. This is the main thing that for all of my life, my concern was, well, I know that we have people to interact with and even relationships, and I've never felt so, I don't know, I just, from the very beginning, it's like, well, if you spend time with people, you can't spend time alone, which would be, then you're going to tap into some other realms, man, whether it be that you just get a hobby and do something other than people, which is like, yeah, you actually work with the truth rather than a mirage. Yeah, anyway, so, but yes, the turning of the calendar, really, yeah, the astrological calendar. Literally, I'm looking at another page here, being turned from, where are we, 23, see, it goes from December to January. It's fun to turn the pages of this. If there is a living book, babes, there isn't any more important book than the one that shows this. And I was contemplating, like, well, Shauna, all it is numbers. And it's like, well, yeah, but see, there's math also found, the symbols inside of the English alphabet, mainly the vowels, points at the symbols that are needed, I guess, the design of energetic flows, you could say, that govern all matter. And it's the same as numbers, that they're not going to lie to you. So I was getting that today. I was like, well, yeah, I mean, because I kind of dissed that numbers. Well, if you just do pure numbers, you're out of it, because there's flows of things. Like, see, numbers are dealing with the quantity of things, and then but what about the quality of things, like the things themselves? How do they get here? That's great that you can count it up, but did you know there's a non-physical vibrational frequency of that you can definitely understand the math of? And if you did that, then your physical surroundings would be different. And now I've just flashed on, God, so many things, because I noticed that what they're doing is with color. It's hard to find just see colors are related to vibrational frequency of music, perhaps, but more like tones. 528 is the color green, which is your heart chakra. If you can hum the 528 tone and close your eyes, your pineal gland will light up the color green. It's your chakra. Anyway, I've done that before. And anyway, yeah, so they're kind of tweaking it up. You can't find just a color green or a color orange or a color red or just a color yellow. It's it's off. It's a wash. I avoid it, and so I only found like greens, and then of course I'm talking about clothes, but you can see a lot of people are wearing black. Everybody wears black, 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 everywhere. It's like happy. See, black is Capricorn, and it's like satanic society, and that's where we're at right now. Pardon me, I'm gonna post this like immediately on January 1st. Just, we'll do a little astrology now for us Libra generation, who we're waiting for our time. It's been like 14 years of hell. Any of the cardinal signs, but there's the Libra generation, who was born around about 69, more like 70. to around 78, I think, is when Pluto and Uranus was in Libra, and I call that the Libra generation. And since Pluto has been in Capricorn for the last 14 years, wreaking havoc, it wreaks havoc wherever it goes, but it's just not fun for our generation. Peeling out, just absolutely cleaning us out, and if not destroying our lives with something. But see, I meant, see, the relationship thing would be the big thing for Libras, and it still is, right? I mean, right now with the nodes and where they went, eclipsing, we're gonna feel that in April. I am trying to look at, yeah, just where the sun is. The sun, it's always around this time of year, square my Mars. I have 9 degrees Mars, and the sun is at 10 degrees. Well, it's close enough. 11 degrees, still there. That squares Libra, and it's all. If you notice, if you're alive as a Libra or a Cancer or even an Aries, maybe not so much. They're kind of like, when do we get going? It's not even time yet. The new year is in March. Like I was trying to explain, when the zodiac, you want to follow the seasons, and when you go back to number 1, the cycle, where the little sprouts are coming. Are you on Earth? Where are these people at where they're just all of a sudden in the middle of the snow and everybody's trying to meditate? Let me tell you what that is. It's a satanic cult that thinks it's funny to do this to people. Like, say, if you ever figured it out, you went up to the mountains and you started getting attuned to the sun and the soil and everything around you, and the seasons, and you begin to move like a piece of iron with this thing, and all of a sudden you have, what are those people doing? All of a sudden, a massive racket! Ah! Really, you know what this is? We experienced it, the solstice. Really, it's the four seasons. You have the situation, the astrological chart. Have you ever seen it? There's a circle around it, okay? There's a circle, there's the horizon, and there's the midheaven and the ground, and Aries. The cardinal signs is Aries, Libra, Capricorn, Cancer. They are some pretty heavy-duty people. They're the ones they're called pushy. They're the cardinal signs. They move things. They push it into play. They're like, like Aries would be like, move, like, did you see? Like, honk the horn. Did you see? The light's green. Oh, so boy, my hand is itching. It's like, where's my money? So anyway, gotta start doing that, Talk about that quietness that you really need. It's beyond thinking. You have to see. It's bad enough that you have the thinking mind that will see, if you try to well, as far as your life, like with me, it's just you feel your way through. You feel, and you sit with the feelings. You sit with feelings and you don't think about them. Don't try to think about them too much, right? Just sit with those feelings, because those are going to guide you. They're guides, and thought will keep you away from the changes you need to make, perhaps, and that includes other people. I'm just speaking for the Aries anyway, because Aries. See, when astrologers speak of the Aries, and we're talking about, see, the human organism has this little infant. Their curiosity, their holy curiosity, needs to be protected. The mind of a child, and they say, well, to be spiritually enlightened, the fact you just go back to the mind of a child. And I didn't just say you just go like, no, it's just you go to this moment now, and you're very alert, and see, Aries is very good at playing catch or ball or something. They're not gonna be da, 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 and the ball hits them. You know what I mean? They're like ta, and that's who Aries is. You're watching them on the TV set, playing every darn game and winning and doing daring things, and the superheroes, it rules the superheroes that just made it. And if you think of it like intergalactically, like what we're doing on this planet, here's the organism going, I am, and it's like, excuse me. um, you get a little pissed, the passion, and you don't diss that either, because that's the heat that is needed to melt bullshit down and reform it, into something useful. Yay, as they say that the potters, the heat in the kiln is what makes the mud useful. Anyway, Happy New Year, and it's big for the Aries. We usually don't stick to things that aren't working for us. It's time to find love, especially because of this Capricorn moon, Pluto going away from Capricorn right now. This month, babes, there's going to be a stellium in Capricorn, if I remember. See, we have Mercury going retrograde, which I did good. I might come up with some amazing word salad. I'll just let it all hang out right about January. Oh, say around about the 14th, when it's at 23 degrees. That's when it trines my Venus. I'm just going to unleash some hilarious, get into my philosophy of everything. Maybe I'll just wrap it up right there in some word salad, man, because that's what Sagittarius is. It's just too much. It's like, you know what, philosophy from every freaking nationality is a little bit much for us, and that's good that you traveled the world, but it's just. But so then, see, that's where now it's gonna see on the 1st of January, which is now when you see this video. Mercury is going to go forward. And I don't know about you, but since Mercury has been aspecting me during this, it's been aspecting me big time. It's squaring my Venus right now in Sagittarius at 2022. It's going to go forward again now at 23 and whip and smack my Venus again at 23. And it's a little tough, it's just, it has been feeling kind of groggy and awkward, because nothing is where it could be for me as far as financially and my relationship and all that stuff. That's what I think anyway. So that delusion will pass for a lot of people, really. So I was just trying to point out that by the time Mercury gets into Capricorn around about the January 17th, we're going to have 1, 2, it's Sun, Mercury, Mars. Okay, so it's just Sun, Mercury, Mars. Oh, and it's still Pluto. At the very end here, Pluto is the very end. And see, this is what's a trip, you guys. I wish you could see this. It's in Capricorn. There's 4 planets in Capricorn by the 20th, but see, the Sun is going to get away from Capricorn at 29 degrees by the 20th, and just when it moves into Aquarius at 0 degrees on the 21st, and then it hits 1st degree on the 22nd. Pluto on the 22nd hits 0 degrees Aquarius along with the Sun in Aquarius. And on top of that, babes. Okay, so that's, see, that this is speaking to, this is epic because this entrance into Aquarius, the Pluto thing, it's epic. It hasn't happened. And so this is just how it harmonizes like that. It's just mind-blowing. Which tells me it's a positive thing when the Sun conjuncts Pluto. See, yeah, we're talking about a Sun conjunct Pluto. See, I was born with a Sun conjunct Pluto, and that's a lot like being a Scorpio. I mean, it is that turns the Sun into Scorpio because Pluto is Scorpio, and then the Sun, and when they get together, boom, you are so-called infused. And because of the way that the Pluto is, it's definitely turned the Sun into a nasty little thing over. How dare you? What are you doing over there? Close that curtain. And it's like, it's just the truth. It's Halloween. What are you doing? Everybody's got to die, and also everybody's got to get born. Yay! Poor Scorpio. But anyway, so speaking of that, it's very intense. It's like even though it's a happy-go-lucky sun, Pluto is there, and that's like the new thing going. That's the theme with of course it is with Aquarius. It has Pluto there doing a wrecking ball. And see, the thing about the destroyer slash creator, which is Pluto and or God. A lot of astrologers don't say it right. I do. Um, it's it gets rid of the bullshit, and what's left is the truth, is what's standing. And it's pretty much the same. God is saying, "Well, who is vibrating with me?" And then, just its voice, the bullshit shatters down, and it's like, "We are," because they have a better voice. So, it's resonation, nation, renation, huns. So we got that, but see, it's speaking to the fact that later on, and I love this. I'm going clear into February, and I talked about it. Venus and Mars will be very, very close and conjunct with Pluto too. All of those, Venus, Mars, and Pluto will be conjunct. Pretty much, it's very close there. 1 degree. Let's see, it's 0 degree Venus, 2 degree Mars on the 16th, 17th of, and there's Pluto there too, of February. Just, it means that men and women are going to go through such a transformation, because Pluto rules transformation, death, rebirth, birth, and re-death. And so in Aquarius, it's Aquarius tends to be really space aged, and it's not handling emotions the same way as other people. They're really scientific, and they're very analytical. That way, like more like cold as ice. To tell you the truth, it's really cold shit that's going to go down, as far as how the truth is cold. It's not people. You better be interested in the truth more than people, because that's what's going to stand more. People are going to, I'm sorry, some people will, and they do, they collapse under the truth, right? And you notice that there's one realm who lives in a crock of crap, a crock of shit, they're bullshit, right? And the truth disturbs them. They're like, and then there's people that live as the truth, and the bullshit disturbs them. They're like, you know what? When are we gonna these now they're taking our money away. Now we can't even make money. Now, Jesus, what happened? Well, there's hardly a human being left. They're going extinct? Yes, they're all, trying to figure it out. Rumors. Rumors.